Students, in today's class we are going to learn about our ninth practical in manufacturing process lab, that is study of different type of tools, its angles and materials. Now to carry out the study we'll be needing single point cutting tools like which are used on lathe machine, shaper machine, etc., and multi-point cutting tools like which are used on drilling machine, that is twist drill and milling cutter or grinding wheel, etc. Now let us first know what is the meaning of a cutting tool. A cutting tool is used to remove metal from the workpiece by means of shear deformation. By means of shear deformation. Frequently, it is also referred as, or it is also called as, a tool bit. In order to perform effective cutting operation, the cutting tool must be made of material which is harder than the work material to be cut, and also the tool must be capable of withstanding heat generated during the machining process. यानी कि जो टूल हम इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं वो वर्क मटेरियल से ज़्यादा हार्ड होना चाहिए, और ये मटेरियल टूल का कुछ ऐसा होना चाहिए कि इट शुड बी एबल टू विथस्टैंड heat generated during the machining process. The tool must also have a specific geometry known as tool geometry for effective cutting and in order to achieve smooth surface finish. Various cutting operations require various type of cutting tools to achieve good surface quality, and for this proper selection of cutting tool is very important. The tools, various cutting tools can be classified based on various criteria. The first criteria can be according to the number of cutting edges. So according to the number of cutting edges, tools can be classified as single point cutting tool and multi-point cutting tool. The another criteria of classifying cutting tools can be according to the operations performed by the cutting tool. So according to that, the tools can be turning tool, facing tool, drilling tool, threading tool, reaming tool, boring tool, parting tool, etc. Now other way of classifying cutting tool can be according to the type of cutting tool material used. So according to that, it can be HSS tool, carbide tool, ceramic tool and diamond tool, etc. Now in a cutting tool we see here there are three views of a single point cutting tool. This is the top view, this is the front view, and this is the side view. If we learn about the single point cutting tool, we can learn about multi-point cutting tools also, because all multi-point cutting tools are composed of many single point cutting tools, right? So single point cutting tool is such in which there is only one cutting edge, right? So in multi-point cutting tools there are many single point cutting tools and therefore they have many cutting edges, right? So here in the here diagram we are seeing the three views. This is the orthographic view of single point right hand turning tool. So here we see in this diagram In the top view, this portion which is known as shank, this shank is used for the purpose of holding the tool into the tool holder. So this portion, it can be seen in top view as well as in front view. So this is shank, and the purpose of shank is, or this shank enables the holding of the tool in tool holder, right? Now in the top view, this portion which is known as point of the tool, the cutting portion और नोज ऑफ द टूल, राइट। तो पॉइंट का जो टॉप व्यू है दैट इज नोन एज फेस, राइट। नाउ इस टॉप व्यू में दो कटिंग एजेस दिखाई पड़ रही हैं, पहली है साइड कटिंग एज और दूसरी है एंड कटिंग एज। तो ये साइड कटिंग एज टूल के बेस के परपेंडिकुलर से होते हुए और टूल की कटिंग एज से जाते हुए एक प्लेन से जो एंगल बनाते हैं उसे कहते हैं साइड कटिंग एज एंगल। और सिमिलरली टूल की कटिंग एज या नोज से क्रॉस सेक्शन के परपेंडिकुलर एक प्लेन से ये जो कटिंग एज एंगल बना रही होती है उसे कहते हैं एंड कटिंग एज एंगल, राइट। So in the top view we are able to see shank, face of the tool, nose radius, side cutting edge angle, end cutting edge and end cutting edge angle. Now in the front view we can see shank. Now this whole surface is known as major flank, यानी कि वो सरफेस जो फेस से इंटरसेक्ट करेगी और ये कटिंग एज बनाएगी वो है मेजर फ्लैंक, राइट। नाउ दिस लाइन परपेंडिकुलर टू दिस लाइन इनटू द प्लेन ऑफ पेपर देयर इज माइनर फ्लैंक। तो माइनर फ्लैंक इंटरसेक्ट करता है जब फेस से तो बनाता है एंड कटिंग एज। तो इन दिस फ्रंट व्यू वी आर एबल टू सी द कटिंग एज, साइड कटिंग एज, एंड साइड कटिंग एज is making an angle with a plane which is passing through the point of the tool and parallel to the base. This angle is known as top rake angle or back rake angle. Top rake angle and or back rake angle. The another angle which we are able to see, which is made by the minor flank with the normal plane which is parallel to cross section and passing through the nose. This angle is known as end or front clearance angle or end or front relief angle. And there is a third angle which is shown here as lip angle. This lip angle is the angle between face and flank of the tool, face and flank of the tool, and the greater is the lip angle, the greater is the strength of the cutting edge of the tool, right। तो किसी भी टूल में जितना कम रेक एंगल होगा उतना ही ज़्यादा उसमें लिप एंगल होगा और वो टूल उतना ही ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग टूल होगा, राइट। तो इस फ्रंट व्यू में वी आर एबल टू सी शैंक, मेजर फ्लैंक, राइट, कटिंग एज एंड माइनर फ्लैंक, एंड क्लियरेंस एंगल एंड लिप एंगल। नाउ इन द साइड व्यू वी कैन सी minor flank एंड हेयर वी कैन सी साइड क्लियरेंस एंगल, यानी कि ये फ्लैंक में जो एंगल बना हुआ है दैट इज रिलीविंग के लिए, दैट इज स्लाइड क्लियरेंस एंगल, एंड टॉप फेस इज inclined at a certain angle, and this angle is known as side rake angle, right? Now and minor flank. So in the side view we can see the two angles, that is side clearance angle or side relief angle and side rake angle and minor flank. And here we can see this is what? End cutting edge. This line represents end cutting edge, and this line represents flank, right? And this is the clearance angle, right? So now let us see the significance of these angles or the functions of angles. Now let us see first the function of side cutting edge in the front view. The side cutting edge increases as the side cutting edge increases, it tends to widen and thin the chip. यानी कि ये कटिंग एज एंगल जितना बढ़ेगा उतनी ही चिप जो है महीन पैदा होगी या पतली पैदा होगी, और कट जो है वाइडर जोन में हो जाएगा, यानी कट की विड्थ बढ़ जाएगी, और जिसकी वजह से कट जो फोर्स लगेगा मशीनिंग के लिए वो काफ़ी कम हो जाएगा, राइट? और एंड कटिंग एज का फंक्शन ये है कि इट अवॉइड्स the rubbing of the edge of the tool to the workpiece, and therefore and also it also influences the direction of flow of the chip, right? Now what is the function of back rake angle? Back rake angle helps to control the chip flow, back rake angle in convenient direction. एंड ये बैक रेक एंगल जितना ज़्यादा होगा उतना ही कम पावर हमें लगानी पड़ेगी या उतना ही कम हमें फोर्स लगाना पड़ेगा इन ऑर्डर टू रिमूव द चिप, एंड देयरफॉर द लाइफ ऑफ द टूल विल बी ग्रेटर. सिमिलरली द साइड रेक एंगल ऑल्सो controls the chip flow direction, right? Now the function of this two relief angle or clearance angle is to avoid the rubbing of flank, in this case end clearance angle, rubbing of minor flank, here rubbing of minor flank and clearance angle with the workpiece. The relief angle is provided to eliminate or minimize the rubbing of minor flank of the tool with the workpiece, and side clearance angle is provided to minimize or to eliminate the rubbing of major flank of the tool with the workpiece surface, right? And the purpose of this nose radius is made where the two cutting edges they are intersected. So it is not made as a sharp corner, it is given a very small radius that is of the order of 0.8 mm to 1 mm. And the purpose of this nose radius is because since sharp edge here is undesirable, because it will be highly stressed and it will leave the marks on the workpiece in the path of the cut, and therefore a nose radius is favorable for long tool life. it affects the tool life and the surface quality of the workpiece. It means if we provide a very small nose radius, so then we will have the surface of the workpiece or the surface finish of the workpiece will be quite good. Now few more things regarding the rake angle. The rake angles may be positive. In the diagram, the rake angle which is shown is positive back rake angle. It can be 0. 0 means there will not be inclination. There will not be any inclination on the face. And it can be negative. It can be negated means it will be like this. Right? तो मैं पहले ही बता चुका हूं कि ये एंगल, रेक एंगल जितना ज़्यादा होगा पॉजिटिव, उतना ही लिप एंगल कम होगा, टूल की स्ट्रेंथ, कटिंग एज की स्ट्रेंथ कमज़ोर हो जाएगी. लेकिन अगर हमें हार्डर और हार्डर मटेरियल्स को मशीन करना है तो वी हैव टू रिड्यूस दिस बैक रेक एंगल एंड आइदर मेक इट न्यूट्रल और वी शुड मेक इट नेगेटिव. राइट? So in general, a small rake angle is used for cutting hard metals and larger rake angle is used for cutting of soft and ductile materials. The use of negative rake angle started when the carbide tools and ceramic tools came into the existence because they were very हार्ड एंड ब्रिटल मटेरियल. तो एक बार फिर से मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, ये रेक एंगल ज़्यादा रखा जाता है कब? जब हमें बहुत ही सॉफ्ट और डक्टाइल मटेरियल्स को मशीन करना हो. अगर हमें हार्ड मटेरियल्स को मशीन करना है तो ये रेक एंगल की वैल्यू कम से कम रखी जाती है, इधर 0 और न्यूट्रल रेक और निगेटिव रेक, सो दैट द लिप एंगल इज इंक्रीज. Now something about tool materials. The tool materials which are used for machine operation must have high hardness property, and it should have adequate toughness, and it should have high wear resistance, and it should be capable of formed in the desired shape easily, and its coefficient of thermal expansion should be as negligible as possible. Now there are various type of cutting tool materials which are used. In the beginning, the high carbon steel was used as a cutting tool material in the beginning of the 20th century. Now around at 1950, the high speed steel came into being. Subsequently, as the consumption of the producers started growing, the need for faster or more production developed, and therefore new materials came into being like carbides, that is tungsten carbide, titanium carbide, and then ceramic tool materials, later on CBN and artificial diamond tool materials were used. So these are the few tool materials in the order of increasing hardness and their ability to withstand higher temperature and to operate at a comparatively higher or increasingly higher cutting speeds to enable faster production. So this was all about the single point cutting tool. If we learn about it and if we know about it, all the features of a single point cutting tool, because this single point cutting tool is having maximum features which are there on a cutting tool, then we can learn about all the type of cutting tools. So with this we come to the end of this class. If you have any doubt, you can ask me through WhatsApp. Thank you.